everyone. This is the help video for Access 2019/365, Chapter 1. I'm in the My Office Pearson book. So I am in my IT lab where I'm going to go into Chapter 1 and Chapter 1 assignments. It's going to bring you to the assignments that you have for our class, and this movie is about the prepare case, which is the contents as we move through the chapter. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to start by downloading my materials. I'm going to download, I'm going to do them individually. You could download them all and unzip them. I'm going to keep, and I'm going to keep. So I'm going to open up the Word file, which is the rubric and steps that you need to complete, and then what the points are for that. So I'm going to open that up, and then I'm going to open up the let's see which one we want. The prepare putts, which is going to open up in Access. And here is my Access window. Let me get this all. So there are, just to kind of refresh what this is, we have our database system, which is Access, and we've got 4 object types in this database that we currently have. We have a table item, a table order, and a table order line. We have one query, which is like a question that you want answered about the data, and it's called query order over 1,000. We have a form, which is the object type that lets you set up a screen for entering and editing data in a meaningful way. And then we've got report tournament orders, which is a way to prepare the data in a report that you can print, you can show to the screen, you can send to a file. Oftentimes has subtotals and grand totals, and it organizes the data into meaningful information that that you can use. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do when preparing these is when we come to an instruction on our rubric here, I usually like to identify where you can find this in the physical book. And it also helps you if you have the ebook kind of move through and to the proper area. So we have completed this Start Access. I'm going to just highlight that we're done. Notice that, of course, mine, it just says student because I'm not a student. I'm in there. Yours will have your last name. And so now it's saying to import the table participants table, which is the other download that we got from into this Access database. So participants table from this file that you should have downloaded. So if we're looking at our books, then we want to look on begins on page 59. I'm going to go ahead and put a 59 here. And it continues to page 60. So I'm going to import from the participants table. So first thing I'm going to do before I start that process is just double check that it's in my downloads. And there it is, right? So it's got the ACCDB, which means it's an Access database. And I do want to draw your attention to, now we have 2 of these prepare putts. Notice that this one has the little lock on it. That's a temporary file that Access uses while you're working in it. So I can tell I have that file open. And if you look at the file size, this lock one only has, it's tiny, or it has very little. So this is not the file you would ever want to submit. So I always recommend to my students, before they submit a file into the system for grade, they get out of it. One, you're not really supposed to have it open while you're submitting it. But two, closing out of this database will get rid of this temporary file, and then you're sure you're submitting the correct file. But I just wanted to validate that my Prepare Participants is actually in my downloads, and it is. So now I have to figure out how to import this file. So in Access, we want to go to the tab that says External Data, and that's where we do imports and exports under that tab. And we want to pull data in, so we're going to do a new data source. And then it has different types that you can pull in, right? So there's all these different types of data files that you can pull in. We want from a database because it's another Access database. So we're going to click on Access. And this is where we need to navigate to find that file that you downloaded. And I validated that mine was in Downloads, but yours would be wherever you saved yours. So we want this Prepare Participants, right? Prepare Participants. We want to import into the current database. So we're saying go get this data, and we're going to pull it and put it into this current system that we have open. It'll come up and it'll have all the objects that you can import. There's only one table, but I did want to mention here, you could import tables, you could import queries, you can import, there's a lot of things that you can transfer from databases to database. We just want to import the table participants. And okay. All right, so now we have a fourth table called Table Participants. If I open that, I have 16 records in this participant table. So I have that done. I can move on to my next item, edit the first record. Okay, so we're going to open up Table Participants in what's known as Datasheet View, where you can actually see the data. You can use the arrows down here to navigate. You can click out here to navigate. What we want to do on this very first record, remember, records are here, fields are these pieces of information. So we want to change the last name in the first record to last name, student, tab, and the first name is Access. Look right here, there's a pencil that tells me that these changes, these edits that I've made to this record have not been saved to the file yet. I can click on the save, or I can just move off of the row, move off of the record. At that movement off, it will change and put those edits to the table. So now that is done. So we can close, we can continue that. So I'm going to do this last number 4 here, and then I'm going to end this movie and pick up 5, the next movie. All right, so it says add a new record to table participants. So I could click down here, or I could use the little arrowhead with the, it looks like a flashlight, a flash bulb going off. It's a little yellow asterisk. That'll always take you to the end to do the new record. So if there were many, many records, you don't want to keep scrolling just to get to the bottom. That's the quick way to do that. So it's number 30 is our participant ID, tab, Harper, tab, Juliet, 1509 Las Cruces Drive, Las Cruces, New Mexico, 88003, 505 555 8786. 86. We are going to leave the corporate phone number blank. Notice the pencil, guys. This new record has not been written to the table yet. Watch here when I hit tab. I'm going to go to the next one, and the pencil is gone for number 30. So now that new record has been saved. Okay, so I am going to do that, and I'm going to pick up on the next movie at step number 5. All right, guys, thank you.